You type one line into ChatGPT, then you wait. 10 seconds? 20 seconds? The cursor just blinks at you like it's thinking about its life choices. Now watch this. Same question, same day, same internet connection. This time, the answer starts appearing almost the instant you hit enter. Full response, done, before you'd even finished reading the first sentence in the slow version. Nothing about your laptop changed. Nothing about your Wi-Fi changed. The only thing that changed is how the tool was being used. That gap between the slow version and the fast version is not luck, and it's not a premium feature hiding behind a paywall. It's a handful of settings and habits almost nobody bothers to learn, because ChatGPT never explains them to you. It just quietly runs slower and lets you assume that's normal. Before we get into it, tap like on this video, drop a comment telling me which step surprised you the most, and subscribe now so you don't lose this channel. Do that first, because some of what's coming is going to make you want to pause and go test it immediately, and I don't want you to forget where you found it. All right, let's fix your ChatGPT. The first mistake almost everyone makes happens before they even type anything. It's the model you're talking to. Inside ChatGPT, there isn't just one brain answering you. There are several, and they are not built for the same job. The heavier, more advanced models are built to reason through complex problems, and that depth costs time. The lighter models are built to respond fast because they're not doing as much internal reasoning per word. Here's the real-world version of this. Ask a heavyweight reasoning model to rewrite a short email so it sounds more polite, and you might sit there for 15 or 20 seconds watching it think through a task a 5-year-old could finish in 2 seconds. Switch to the lightweight, faster model for that same request, and the reply lands almost instantly, because rewriting a 2-line email doesn't need deep reasoning, it needs speed. So the rule is simple. Match the model to the job. Save the heavy reasoning model for genuinely hard problems: planning, math, debugging, strategy. Use the fast, lightweight model for quick edits, short answers, casual questions, brainstorming lists. You will feel the difference on your very first try. Now, here's something that trips people up even after they learn that first trick. The second slowdown has nothing to do with the model at all. It's your conversation itself. Every single message you've sent in that chat, every image, every long paste of text, all of it stays attached to the conversation. ChatGPT has to reread that entire history before it can answer your next message. Picture a chat where you pasted in a 3,000-word document an hour ago, asked 10 follow-up questions, and now you're 40 messages deep. Your next question, even a tiny one like summarize that in 1 sentence, now forces the model to drag that entire history along with it. The reply that should take 2 seconds ends up taking 10, sometimes more, simply because of the weight it's carrying. The fix is almost embarrassingly simple. Start a new chat for a new topic. Don't keep recycling one giant conversation for weeks like it's a diary. A clean, short conversation responds noticeably faster than a bloated one every single time. Now, here's a mistake that looks harmless, and most people never even notice they're making it. Watch for this one, because it's probably costing you the most time out of everything on this list. There's a toggle inside ChatGPT that lets it search the web for you, browse pages, pull in live information. Incredibly useful when you actually need current data. Completely unnecessary the rest of the time. And here's the part nobody tells you. When that toggle is left on, or when the model decides a query might need it, it's not just answering you from memory anymore. It's reaching out, querying the web, reading results, then compiling an answer. That round trip alone can double or triple your wait time, even for a question that had nothing to do with needing fresh information. Someone asks, "Give me 5 taglines for a coffee shop," and the browsing feature quietly kicks in because a keyword matched something, and now a request that should be instant is chewing through an extra 10 seconds for no reason. So check it before you type. If your question is creative, conversational, or something the model already knows, keep browsing switched off. Only flip it on when you specifically need something happening right now, today, in the real world. Let's move to the next lever, and this one is about how you phrase the request itself. Longer output takes longer to generate. That sentence sounds obvious, but almost nobody applies it. Every word ChatGPT writes back to you gets produced piece by piece, and the model builds it sequentially. The longer the answer, the more pieces it has to build. The longer you wait, plain and simple. So if you ask a broad question, like, tell me everything about running a successful podcast, you're inviting a sprawling response. Headers, bullet points, examples, disclaimers, the whole production. Ask instead for 3 specific steps to grow podcast downloads this month, and you get a tight, direct answer that finishes in a fraction of the time. And honestly, it's usually more useful too. A trick that compounds this beautifully is setting up custom instructions. Once, telling ChatGPT to default to short, direct answers unless you specifically ask for more detail. Set that up one time, and every future conversation starts leaner and faster without you having to repeat yourself. Now for the mistake I promised you earlier, the one that quietly wastes more time than almost anything else on this list. People stack requests. They type one giant prompt asking for 5 different things at once. An outline, then a draft, then a revised version, then a summary, all inside a single message. It feels efficient. It is the opposite. The model has to hold all 5 tasks in mind and execute them in sequence inside one response, and that response balloons in length and generation time. Worse, if step 3 of your 5-part request wasn't quite what you wanted, you now have to redo the entire message and wait through the whole thing again. Break it apart instead. Ask for the outline first. Get it in a few seconds. Approve it or tweak it, then ask for the draft based on that approved outline. Each individual step comes back fast, and you actually end up finishing the whole task quicker overall because you're not repeating failed giant requests. There's one more layer to this, and it's the one most creators skip because it takes actual setup. If you're doing heavy, repeated tasks, batch processing dozens of similar prompts, pulling structured data, running the same kind of request over and over, the regular chat window in your browser is genuinely the wrong tool. The API, run through a proper interface, lets you stream responses and process things in a way the standard chat interface just isn't built for. It's a bigger step, not for casual daily use, but if you're wanting ChatGPT as part of an actual workflow or business process, this alone can cut total processing time dramatically. And don't underestimate the boring stuff either. A dozen browser tabs open, several extensions running, an old version of the app that hasn't been updated, all of that eats into the resources your device is trying to use to render the response smoothly. Close what you don't need. Update the app. It sounds too simple to matter, and yet it consistently does. So here's everything stacked together, because this is where it gets powerful. Pick the lightweight model for anything that isn't genuinely complex. Keep your conversations short and topic-specific instead of one endless thread. Switch off web browsing unless you actually need live information. Ask for shorter, more direct answers by default. Break big requests into small sequential steps instead of one giant ask. Do all 5 together, and the difference isn't subtle. It's the gap between watching a cursor blink and having your answer before you finished your sentence. The golden move, the one that ties this whole thing together, is setting your custom instructions once so the fast model and short answer preference become your default, automatically every single time you open a new chat. 10 minutes of setup and you never have to think about speed again. I test new AI deals every week. If a new free method comes out, you'll see it here first.